Good evening. I'd like to call to order the June 16th, 2026 Little Rock City Board of Directors meeting. We'd like to welcome those in attendance as well as those watching at home or streaming online. Madam Clerk, if you would, please call the roll.
Director Miller. Director Richardson. Director Webb. Here. Director Peck. Director Hines.
Present.
Director Lewis. Director Campiris. Director Phillips.
Present.
Director Adcock. Present. Vice Mayor Wyrick. Present. Mayor Scott.
Present. We'll now have our city attorney who will give the invocation.
Please join me. In less than a month, we will celebrate the 250th anniversary of the signing of a Declaration of Independence. A declaration that declared that the people living in this country did not believe they should be ruled any further by people in Great Britain. The Declaration was put together by men in Philadelphia who came from 12 official states to argue issues that dealt with whether we should be free, how we should act, how we should conduct business, how we should be able to defend ourselves, how we should look out for things that we don't see right now that may be coming down the pike. These men came from different parts of the country, and they terribly disagreed as to how some things should proceed. Some believed that a system should be used economically which was born on the backs of slaves. Others believed that that was wrong. Some believed that the town of Boston or the city of Boston was being improperly under guard or arrest by the British government. Others believed that that might not be a problem for the people in South Carolina, and maybe they shouldn't be involved. These beliefs were aired. They were discussed, and the situation was dealt with. A conclusion was reached. We may not know all that we need to do today, but we know we need to be free. That spirit is a part of every governing body in this country. We have an agenda tonight to address a number of issues. We know what we will think about voting on those issues as they arise. We may not all agree, but we know we need to act. Let us do that for the greater good. Amen.
Amen. May you please stand for a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor, before you get to the consent agenda, item number 15 has not been, needs to be taken off the agenda tonight. That's one of those that we've got to follow an ordinance on before we can make that recommendation. It can be ready for the next meeting.
Yes, we'll defer item 15. Thank you so much, Mr. City Attorney. Also, members of the board, we do have a presentation with our sister cities friendship community in, are they? Oh, well, Amber, how about you start off our presentation as they're getting together? Board members, before Amber speaks, if you'll put on your calendar, we have planned to do 6 p.m. July 7th, our first board meeting of July. We'll do a retirement recognition for Chief Heath Helton. So that'll be on July 7th here for the city board. He had a smaller deal with his LRPD family earlier today. Scheduling didn't work out for him to do it tonight as well in front of you all, but it's going to be scheduled for July 7th. All right.
Good evening, Mayor, City
And
Manager,
Clerk, if you'll put that on the agenda.
and Board. My name is Amber Jackson. I serve as Chief Engagement and Opportunity Officer for the City of Little Rock, and it's my great pleasure to liaise with the Sister Cities Commission. This week, we have had the great honor of welcoming a couple of our friends from Cape Coast, Ghana, who is a current friendship city looking to become a future sister city. And we are here tonight to invite them to say a few words. I'd like to introduce Mr. Brandon Morris, who is one of our commissioners.
Thank you, Amber. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the Board of Directors. It is my honor to welcome you and introduce you to the distinguished guests from Cape Coast, Ghana, Mr. Ken Couture and Ms. Linda Kwabia, who are here with us today as part of our ongoing Friendship City Partnership. This moment represents several years of intentional work. I have had the privilege of serving on the Little Rock Sister Cities Commission since 2018, and during that time, one of our key priorities has been establishing a meaningful relationship with meaningful partnership in Sub-Saharan Africa. With the strong support of Mayor Scott, we've remained committed to that vision, even through the challenges of the pandemic when global travel was limited. I also had the honor of serving as chair of the commission from 2021 to 2022, and once travel resumed, we quickly advanced our efforts. In 2023, we welcomed the first delegation from Cape Coast here in Little Rock. And then in 2025, I was proud to be part of the delegation that traveled to Ghana, where the mayor of Cape Coast signed the friendship agreement, which Mayor Scott had already executed. And today we are hosting their second visit with a clear focus on building a partnership grounded in culture, education, and economic development. Our Friendship City status is a 2-year pathway, and our intention is to return to the board in 2027 with a recommendation to formalize Cape Coast as an official sister city, pending your approval. Before I turn it over to Ken, I'd also like to recognize my fellow Sister Cities commissioners in the room, Mr. Ben Walters, who serves on the commission as well. Through their continued effort and commitment, this partnership is truly a team effort. So let me introduce Mr. Ken Couture, who's here as a representative of the Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly, which is the equivalent to the Little Rock City Board of Directors. So, Ken.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brandon, and Mr. Mayor, and members of the City Board. I bring you greeting for the people, the City Council, which you call General Assembly, the Mayor, and the entire staff of Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly to you all. The Mayor of Cape Coast, Honorable George Justice Atta, should have been here with us today. Unfortunately, after every preparation, including ticket and every arrangement, he had a journey to South Africa, and along the way, he developed some sickness that his doctor advised him not to travel within the foreseeable future for now. So I have the heavy responsibility of stepping into his shoe to represent him at this forum. The City of Cape Coast sees this partnership as a link between the past and the present, in the sense that Cape Coast plays an instrumental role in the trans-Atlantic slave trade, where most of our colleague Africans our ancestors were shipped to across the Atlantic Ocean to come here. And this city represents officially the first city where the integration of the institutional integration of the Black community into the white community existed. And as that, I think it serves a good basis for us to establish a good partnership and look forward into the future. Pillars of our partnership
It's Accra that runs tourism, obviously, that's what Cape Coast is known for. Education, which is the main substance of our city, and thirdly, commerce, which is the basis for our people for growth. On this note, our invitation to Honorable Mayor to visit Cape Coast still stands. And now, on behalf of my colleague and the people of Cape Coast, thank you very much and greetings from Ghana.
We definitely share our appreciation to each of you who have traveled so far to be with us. We're grateful that you have some great hosts in our Sister City Commission throughout this whole week. I know you've had a jam-packed week, and we'll be here until Thursday or Friday. Does Ghana play tonight or tomorrow? Tomorrow in the FIFA Cup. So we'll be rooting for Ghana tomorrow. Thank you. Unless they're playing the U.S. No, I'm joking. No, but, and then members of the board, we're down the pathway, and we hope that we'll be able to go through the finish line to have the move from the friendship to the true sister cities relationship. So thank you again. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, the MIMS presentation is being rescheduled due to some scheduling conflicts. We see the modifications there. Is there a motion?
Your Honor, Mayor. I'd like to add M1, M2, M3, and M4 to the consent agenda and to defer item 15.
There's a motion there, a second.
I'd second that.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read the consent agenda. Hold on 1 second, Director Lewis. You can add, you got a question? Yeah, you were lit.
Yes. Okay, my question is concerning item number 4 on the agenda. Would Public Works mind giving some clarification regarding the price? I know previously it was discussed, you know, $150,000 as an estimate per se, but now that we've seen the bid come in, will you kind of give some clarification on total funds and the difference between that?
Sure. Good evening. Yes, our engineer's estimate for that project was $150,000. We had 12 bidders on that project, and our lowest bidder, lowest and most responsive bidder was Gene Summers Construction, and their bid amount was $80,440. So with the 20% contingency, the construction amount that's being approved by this board right now is $96,528. So that's all we have authorized by the board tonight after it's approved for construction.
So it's not where we're in a position to use extra funds to go up to the 150. That was just the estimated amount.
That's correct.
And then we get the final from the actual contractors.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Madam Clerk.
A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with Vermeer Mid-South Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $79,436.22 plus applicable taxes and fees for the repair of a Vermeer 8000 grinder used at the City of Little Rock landfill and for other purposes. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a public agency service agreement to provide fleet maintenance, vehicle repair, and fueling services to the Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau of Vehicles and Equipment and for other purposes. A resolution authorizes a contract with Bulls Construction Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $212,037.98 for the Boyd Street Reconstruction Project and for other purposes, funding from the Targeted Community Development Funds. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with Gene Summers Construction Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $96,528 for the Weldon Avenue Drainage Project and for other purposes, funding from the 3/8 cent Capital Improvement Sales Tax and Limited Tax General Obligation Capital Improvement Bonds. A resolution of intent regarding the redevelopment of the River Market Hall to be financed by the proceeds of future bonds and for other purposes. A resolution to accept title to property donated to the City of Little Rock by warranty deed from the Crippen Family Trust to be used for neighborhood revitalization programs and for other purposes. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with ZMD Lawn Services LLC an amount not to exceed $176,444 plus applicable taxes and fees for mowing and maintenance operations for 21 city parks and 12 park facilities in Zone 3 for a period of 1 year with the option for 3 one-year extensions and for other purposes. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with CDWG in an amount not to exceed $71,288.21 plus applicable taxes and fees to renew the city's VEEAM backup recovery software services to ensure continued access to technical support, software updates, and license coverage for our current data center environment for a term of 1 year and for other purposes. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with Professional Health Services in an amount not to exceed $165,751.25 plus applicable taxes and fees for the administration of 2026 firefighting physicals for the Little Rock Fire Department and for other purposes. A resolution to ratify appointments to the Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts Board of Trustees. A resolution to set July 21st, 2026 as the date for a public hearing to consider the issuance of water reclamation system revenue bonds for the purpose of financing betterments and improvements to the city's water reclamation system. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a 1-year contract with Travelers Insurance Company in an amount not to exceed $1,790,179 for renewal of the city's property insurance coverage for a 1-year term from July 1, 2026 to July 1, 2027 and for other purposes. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with Verizon Wireless in an amount not to exceed $767,140 annually plus applicable taxes and fees for cellular telecommunication services and the purchase of additional cellular devices such as phones and tablets for use by the city's department staff during the course of city business for a term up to 3 years and for other purposes. A resolution of intent regarding the acquisition of waste disposal vehicles and equipment to be financed by the proceeds of future bonds and for other purposes. A resolution authorizes the city manager to execute any necessary Arkansas Historic Preservation Program Historic Preservation Restoration Grant documents with the Arkansas Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism to accept $90,000 in grant funding awarded to the city for conservation and restoration of the Little Rock Zoo's Herschel Spillman Carousel and for other purposes. A resolution to ratify the June 12, 2026 purchase of 18 new Freightliner M2-106 New Way side loader refuge trucks to utilize future bond funds supported by the Waste Disposal Fund revenues to execute the necessary trade-in documents for the city's 4 surplus refuse vehicles to obtain an $800,000 trade-in credit against the purchase transaction, to authorize the city manager to enter into a contract with the Arkansas Municipal Equipment Incorporated an amount not to exceed $6,238,000 plus applicable taxes and fees for the purchase of 18 new Freightliner M2-106 New Way side loader refuge trucks for use by the Solid Waste Division of the city's Public Works Department and for other purposes. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with River City Hydraulics Incorporated an amount not to exceed $3,020,000 and $77.65 plus applicable taxes and fees to grant authority to utilize future bond proceeds supported by the Waste Disposal Fund revenues for the purchase of 6 new Hill Durapack rear loader refuge trucks and 5 new Peterson knuckle boom grapple trucks by the city's Fleet Services Department for use by the Public Works Department, Solid Waste Collections Division, and for other purposes. A resolution to extend the Frida Plaza Temporary Entertainment District for dates of June 16, 2026 through September 20th, 2026, and for other purposes. That concludes the consent agenda.
Move to the adoption of the consent agenda.
There's a motion, there's a second. Director Pierce.
Before we vote, I'd like to thank the board on behalf of the mayor and Director Phillips for hopefully approving number 5. 30 years ago, the River Market was built and it would cost $4.3 million and there's only $500,000 of city money in it. It's old. It needs to be redone for a number of reasons. But because of working with the AMP Commission and working with Leland with park bonds, almost all the cost of the $25 million will be coming from either park bonds that have to be used by a park entity or money dedicated by the AMP Commission for that building. There may be a small amount at the very end that we have to do with some financing, but this will go ahead and assure that we have a new, vibrant area to help downtown come back. And we have a partner who, for the first time, is putting $5 million into it and will run it. And my hope is that when it's completed, the money that we're paying right now each year to maintain the river market, both by the AMP Commission and this board, will go away, and it will generate a lot of tax money that will help take care of issues that are vital to our city, like homelessness, drainage, and other issues. So thank you for voting for this.
Thank you so much. All those in favor, please say aye.
Mayor,
Those opposed, say
oh,
nay.
I didn't get a second.
Director Capris was the
Okay.
second.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read the grouped items.
An ordinance to amend the land use plan map in the River Mountain Planning District referred to as 4410 Sandpack Road from residential low density to park open space and for other purposes. An ordinance to amend the land use plan map in the I-630 Planning District referred to as lots 5 and 8, block 11 and west 30 feet adjacent land of Roots and Koi addition from mixed use to light industrial and for other purposes. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development residential titled Custom Made Properties, PDR, located at 2916 West 12th Street, City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development commercial titled Smith STR2 PDC, located at 9102 Bailey Road, City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development commercial titled Vasquez STR2 PDC located at 1912 West Daisy G. Bates Drive, City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. An ordinance reclassifying property in the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development residential titled Elite Equity X PDR located at the northwest corner of Young Road and Etta Drive, City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. An ordinance reclassifying property in the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. An ordinance reclassifying property in the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. An ordinance reclassifying property in the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. First reading.
Second.
There's a motion second. All those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Second reading.
An ordinance to amend the land use plan map in the River Mountain Planning District referred to as 4410 Sandpack Road from residential low density to park open space. An ordinance to amend the land use plan map in the I-630 Planning District referred to as lots 5 through 8, block 11, and west 30 feet adjacent lands of Roots and Koi addition from mixed use to light industrial. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development residential titled Custom Made Properties, PDR, located at 2916 West 12th Street. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development commercial titled Smith STR2 PDC, located at 9102 Bailey Road. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development commercial titled Vasquez STR2 PDC, located at 1912 West Daisy G. Bates Drive. An ordinance reclassifying property in the City of Little Rock, Arkansas. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development residential titled Elite Equity X PDR located at the northwest corner of Young Road and Etta Drive. An ordinance reclassifying property in the City of Little Rock, Arkansas. An ordinance reclassifying property in the City of Little Rock, Arkansas. An ordinance reclassifying property in the City of Little Rock, Arkansas. Second reading.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Third and final reading.
An ordinance to amend the land use plan map in the River Mountain Planning District referred to as 4410 Sandpack Road from residential low density to park open space. An ordinance to amend the land use plan map in the I-630 Planning District referred to as lots 5 through 8, block 11, and west 30 feet adjacent, land of roots and Coy addition from mixed use to light industrial. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a planned development residential titled Custom Made Properties PDR located at 2916 West 12th Street. An ordinance to approve a planned zoning development to establish a planned development commercial titled Smith SCR2 PDC located at 9102 Bailey Road. An ordinance to approve a planned zoning development to establish a planned development commercial titled Vasquez SCR2 PDC located at 1912 West Daisy G. Bates Drive. An ordinance reclassifying property in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas. An ordinance to approve a planned zoning development to establish a planned development residential titled Elite Equity X PDR located at the northwest corner of Young Road and Etta Drive. An ordinance reclassifying property in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas. An ordinance reclassifying property in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas. An ordinance reclassifying property in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas. Third and final reading.
Members of the board, we've had 3 readings. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Clerk, just to make certain, because I don't see any cards, do we not have any cards? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read item number 26.
Could you open the public?
I'll open up the public hearing.
An ordinance to establish in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas Municipal Property Owners Multi-Purpose Improvement District Number 2026-002, the Spring Tree Subdivision Phases 5 and 6 to declare an emergency. First reading.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Second reading.
An ordinance to establish the city of Little Rock, Arkansas Municipal Property Owners Multi-Purpose Improvement District Number 2026-002, the Spring Tree Subdivision Phases 5 and 6 to declare an emergency. Second reading.
Move to suspend the rules and place on third and final reading.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Third and final reading.
An ordinance to establish the city of Little Rock, Arkansas Municipal Property Owners Multi-Improvement District Number 2026-002, the Spring Tree Subdivision Phases 5 and 6 to declare an emergency. Third and final reading.
Members of the board, we've had 3 readings. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Are there any questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. We also have emergency clause. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. When meeting, public hearing is adjourned. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. All right. Director Webb, then Director Peck, then Director Pierce. Okay.
Thank you, Mayor Scott. I know that we've all been continuing to meet with constituents and talk to folks about the ordinance that we passed. I had a meeting with Brad and Hannah and Mark earlier this week, and I think it would be helpful if we continued to discuss that. And Brad's going to be out of town a little bit, so I would like to propose that on July the 7th, we take another deep dive into the ordinance that we passed and have a chance to ask questions, and it will help us see if we're missing anything as well.
No, we will have Brad explain, or not explain, but go over in greater detail our data center regulatory ordinance. We'll do it as a presentation, yeah. Director Peck?
I'll be quick. The main people I wanted to shout out have left the room, but maybe they're listening. Public Works worked on several things for me the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to especially thank Grant and Manish. Also Kevin, thank you. We have great employees here, and I appreciate y'all so much getting back to me so quickly. Thank you.
All right, Director Pierce?
This is a request for something to come to us in the next 3 or 4 weeks. We passed M3 tonight, and I voted for it, and I'm all for it because we need equipment. But I would like to see a list of all the pieces of equipment we have in the city, their expected lifespan, and the replacement cost, so that as we start looking at the budget in the fall, we'll be able to know what's turning over. So if you say, we've got 5 dump trucks, this is what we need, this is when they're going to be turning over, and this is what the estimated replacement cost is going to be. Because I agree, everything we bought here today is necessary, but I can't tell you how this compares with the police cars we need and other equipment we need. So if we can just get, and I'm sure they've got it, but I'd like to have that, and I think other board members. And
We'll,
fire
we'll
trucks,
definitely,
everything.
get that information to you. May take a little while, but we can get that to you.
That's the reason I thought I'd ask now rather than November.
We'll get it to you, and also, just so you're aware, Director Pierce, we're going back and forth with the insurance companies on the insurance stuff, but we'll have it here soon, that discussion as well.
Okay.
All right, Director Phillips. All right.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Just wanted to, in the spirit of Director Peck, give some shout outs for this upcoming weekend of Juneteenth in the city of Little Rock. The city has done a lot of work, and shout out to the team over at the Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau to try to start our effort to make Little Rock a destination for Juneteenth celebrations in the South. So there's a lot of activity that I encourage my colleagues to attend over the weekend, and the city as a whole. Also, it's a city holiday, if I understand correct. Is that right, Mayor?
Yes.
So I know the folks in Ward 2, I suspect I'm gonna get some text messages about their trash not being picked up on Friday, but that's because we're closed on Friday. Is that correct?
Yes.
So I just wanted to shout that out too for the people in Ward 2, in anticipation of the text messages. Ward 7 as well, that it is a city holiday. But most important, I want to share with the public and my colleagues, a lot of activities going on. The Juneteenth celebration on 9th Street. It's a concert down in the River Market on Friday evening. There's a summit Friday during the day over at the Robinson that I know a number of us are participating in. So I just wanted to shout that out on all the efforts that everyone did to make this a big celebration of Juneteenth holiday, and encourage everyone to attend.
Thank you, and thank you to City Board for, a few years ago passing the budget that allows that to happen. So it doesn't happen without the City Board. Director Hines?
Thank you. Just to piggyback on a specific item where it comes to fleet, I'd like to know where we are on the police cruisers, patrol cars that we were supposed to be buying. I thought it was roughly 36 and then another 70 at some point this year, to see where we are on those. And then I'd also, Chief Hubbard, would like a report on Station 25, where we are on design on the West Little Rock Firehouse.
We can give you one answer right now. On the 36, we believe are en route. There was some pricing went forth with Director Hinton, but they are en route. And I guess in the next few months they're supposed to be here, but the equipment's here. Director Hinton here? I thought I saw him earlier. Because I guess we went through the agenda. But we got the 36 that are en route. They've been ordered, and so they're en route. The equipment's already here, ready to be fitted. So, yeah, the equipment got here actually probably in February. But they are en route. Director Miller?
Thank you, Mayor. And certainly as summer has approached, school is out, I want to give our Department of Community Programs a chance to talk a little bit about, where we are with the execution of our programs. We have so many youth that are employed now, and I think it's a good thing. We always talk about bad things, negative things, curfews and such, but we have instituted a program that I think we ought to be proud of. And I think we need to shout about it, and I think we need to brag about it. The number of youth that we have employed and some of the programs that we're doing, because we need to keep young minds busy, doing positive things. And so if that can't be done today, then certainly in the future, I'd love to hear a presentation from our community programs.
Yes, and actually there's going to a press conference. They wanted to get through the orientation. There's a press conference, I guess, in the next week or two, sharing it with the entire community. But we'll make certain they'll schedule to come here before the board too. We'll get that.
Thank you.
Vice Mayor Wyatt?
Yes, what are the plans for the missed garbage pickup for Friday? Are they gonna work Saturday to pick it up, or does Ward 7 and 2 have to wait 2 weeks before our green monsters are picked up.
Ward 2 and 7 never waited 2 weeks when it's a holiday, and they always go the next day,
So they'll be picked up on Saturday?
just like it has every year.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Any more questions? Also, again, as we talk about trash, I think it's a big deal that we just voted to get 51. Did I count that up correctly, Nick? Somewhere, when you include the knuckle booms and everything? 36 as well. 40 on M2. 41. Don't have my glasses on correctly. But nonetheless, that's a huge feat, and I'm so glad we voted on that waste disposal fund to get that done, because we wouldn't be able to have the equipment to make sure trash is picked up. So thank you to the city boards for those who voted for it. Thank you. Any more questions? All right, motion second. All in favor, please say aye. All opposed, say nay. Ayes have it.